Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Ignoring Justin's enterprises, Alex plans his coming step with Theresa and Ava ponders her unborn in Salem, Indiana. The square, Leo rehearses what he's going to say to his mama, Diana, when he visits her in captivity. A shirtless and breathless Alex interrupts his superheated speech by asking for a drink of his water. Leo rants about his constitution and tells him to get lost. A confused Alex is just thirsty. Eyeing his pot-bellied torso, Leo says he's not the only one. Near the High Academy lockers during prom, Theresa tells a dubious Brady that Sophia told her Tate and Aaron are working on a secret plan. Theresa is sure it's Holly's idea and that she and Tate are sneaking out to be together. In the decorated spa, the teens complain about the DJ until Sophia drags a reticent Tate to dance. When Tate returns, he intimately suggests to Holly they stick with their original plan to sneak off together. In his sanitarium room, Steve addresses with Trip on the phone when Justin walks in. He's there because Kayla said Steve might be in need of a counsel. At the cantina, Kayla orders carryout for Steve from Roman. She grievances that Steve getting shot is exactly why she didn't want him going to Montana with Ava. When Roman mentions she's been gone for a week, Kayla hopes it's for good this time. Sorry to fail, Ava snarks upon returning from China. She wanted to tell Trip and Wendy in person that Clyde is no longer a trouble to them. Roman way down, as Kayla declares she hired Steve a counsel. She hopes Ava has a plan to cover her own legal mess. In the square, Leo gives Alex his glass of water, explaining he'd this exactly same exchange with another fit, shirtless man. He also notes that he ran into Theresa before. Though people will crawl out of the woodwork for indeed the lowest motes of his fortune, Leo thinks Theresa seems legal. Alex says that's what Dr. Evans said. After he notes she's really helping him, Leo thinks there might be stopgap for him too also. At the academy, Theresa emerges from the vape bank-filled restroom to report that Sophia was crying really hard in there. How can Holly do that to her friend? Brady points out the girl looks fine and suggests Theresa stay out of the teen drama. Theresa dismisses him with plans to bust Tate and Holly. Tate approaches, declaring he doesn't feel well and wants to go home. When he leaves to get some fresh air, Theresa snoots at Brady. Told you so. In the spa, Aaron awkwardly attempts to talk to Sophia, who calls him cringe. She also tells Holly she knows about her and Tate. She rails at Holly for lying to her and making her look like an idiot. Holly tries to explain, but Sophia is too hurt. Still, Holly can go out and have Tate and she wouldn't tell anyone. Holly apologizes and leaves. At prom, Sophia tilts her head with a light. Holly passes Theresa and Brady in the hallway on her way to the restroom. Theresa doesn't believe her and drags Brady down. At the cantina, Kayla asks what's left for Ava in Salem now that Trip is gone. Bunch of bad recollections? My hubby? Offended, Ava wouldn't justify anything to her. Roman returns with Kayla's order. She snarks at Ava and leaves. Ava tells Roman the only reason she returned from China was to find out where she stands with Harris. Roman says he hasn't returned from Montana yet. Ava thinks if Harris doesn't return, she should leave. At the sanitarium, Steve explains to Justin how he broke Clyde out of captivity. Justin points out that Clyde hasn't ratted him out yet. Steve wouldn't sit around wondering if he'll or not, so he'll turn himself in. Justin thinks he can broker a deal for exploration, no time served. Still, he asks if anyone differently was involved in the captivity break. Steve claims it was all him. In the square, Alex asks about Leo's compartmented-up speech. Leo explains he has effects to get off his casket with his mama and doesn't want to get flustered. Leo notes Alex didn't hit the parent scrape out with Victor, but he was raised by Justin, which makes him lucky. After Alex has left, Brady and Theresa look for Holly and Tate in the square. Leo flashes to seeing the teens sneak through independently, but keeps quiet about it. Theresa worries that Holly is doing medicines with their son. Brady knows their son is a junkie. He's just a red thoroughbred joker who's hot for a girl. He's presumably nearly they can hook up. His aspect lands on the Salem Inn. Tate and Holly kiss in a Salem Inn room decorated with pennants and balloons. They wear formal wear and Holly wears a wristlay. Holly meets Tate in a Salem Inn room that decorated with balloons and pennants. She loves it but nervously looks at the bed. He assures her there's no pressure or prospects. He just didn't want anyone to see them. They kiss. Holly tells Tate that Sophia knows the verity and is really worried. They feel terrible, but hope perhaps she and Aaron will hook up. Tate presents a playlist that he made for her on his phone. She picks a slow song, and they dance together. After Justin's left wing, Kayla comes to Steve's room. He tells her about his plan to turn himself in. She doesn't want to lose him to captivity, but she agrees living in fear isn't a better volition. Still, she's unhappy about him guarding Ava. Why should she get off scot-free? Justin earnestly faces Alex in the karaoke's manse. At the karaoke's manse, Justin leaves a communication for Rafe about a customer who wants to make a statement. When Alex strolls in, Justin tells him how upset he was when he went after Constantine and Theresa. Alex assures him he's fine and that he realized Theresa could be the one. Justin worries about Theresa's history with Brady. He's concerned, as any father would be. But you're not really my father, are you? Alex retorts. Indeed, if he were, he's an adult, so his connections are none of his business. Justin's eyes wander as he takes a beat, easily affected. He agrees to stay out of it and leaves. At the cantina, Roman tells Ava she shouldn't make any major opinions while jet-lagged. Either, he needs her for the breakfast rush hereafter. He tells her to get some rest, and he'll get her in touch with Harris in the morning. Aaron offers to take Sophia home from the cotillion, but she's still too frenetic. He apologizes for his part in the taradiddle, but Tate's his friend. He was also hoping they could spend time together tonight. He sympathizes with how frenetic she's and thinks it's cool she didn't tell anyone about Holly and Tate. Her eyes outraged, shamefaced. Brady and Theresa look shocked upon entering a Salem Inn room. He wears a maroon patterned tux and she wears a blue dress with cutout shoulders. At the Salem Inn, Tate and Holly enjoy being together without having to look over their shoulders. They want it to last ever. They sit on the bed and kiss as Theresa and Brady walk in. At the karaoke's manse, Alex addresses to Victor's portrayal. He knows he got his resoluteness from him. It took him a while to figure it out, but he knows exactly what he wants. He opens a ring box to a sparkly diamond. As Steve and Kayla spoon in the sanitarium, Ava returns to her room above the cantina. Harris walks in behind her, in his sanitarium room. Steve addresses with Tripp on the phone when Justin walks in. He's there because Kayla said Steve might be in need of a counsel. At the cantina, Kayla orders carryout for Steve from Roman. She grievances that Steve getting shot is exactly why she didn't want him going to Montana with Ava. When Roman mentions she's been gone for a week, Kayla hopes it's for good this time. Sorry to fail, Ava snarks upon returning from China. She wanted to tell Tripp and Wendy in person that Clyde is no longer a trouble to them. Roman way down, as Kayla declares she hired Steve a counsel. She hopes Ava has a plan to cover her own legal mess.